Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for joining this Discover Arbonne. It is Monday, June 30th, 2025. So if you're watching the replay, this is actually one of my favorite things about this business is we get to leverage our time. So a few of us decided to get together tonight and share with our guests on here about why Arbonne, why now. A lot of us just returned from Las Vegas, and that is our global training conference, which is our big kind of Christmas event of the year where we get to preview and sample and launch. This year, we launched 17 new products, which was so exciting, into newer product categories that we haven't been in, and we're going to talk more about the products as well. But we just wanted to share with you and take a little bit of your time. Thank you for listening. So we wanted to share a little bit about Arbonne and what exactly is Arbonne. What is your friend doing when they say they do Arbonne, right? So Arbonne is a health and wellness company, and we have over 4 decades of history, 45 years. So you might be just checking out network marketing for the first time, and maybe you're like, oh, 45 years? Like, can I really get to the top of that company if it's been around for so long? Yes, you can. I've been in Arbonne for 13 years. Actually, I don't even think I introduced myself. My name is Jessica Swerzik. I'm an independent consultant and executive national vice president. Sorry about not introducing myself. I just get so excited. Um, but I joined this company 13 years ago and made it to the top level within 2.5 years. So, whatever you decide, everyone comes in at the same level, at the consultant level. And then there's 4 levels that we build to, and you're going to hear from someone from each of those levels tonight. So, I'm really excited about that. So, what's different about Arbonne is definitely our products. We are vegan, cruelty-free, formulated without gluten. We have skincare, nutrition care, nutrition, personal care. We just launched some incredible makeup, but this new line that we're doing is her core. So if you're a lady or you have a lady in your life, I want you to lean in. If you've ever dealt with any sort of hormonal issues, because our her core is amazing. It's literally starting you from when you start your cycle to when you're ending your cycle in menopause. We have stuff for when you're starting your cycle. We have stuff for prenatal when you're having babies. And then we go right into menopause support. We have a cooling mist. We have just so many amazing new products that we just launched, which you definitely need to get with the person that got you on here and make sure that you've checked some of them out. So I'm going to share with you briefly about this business, and then I'm going to introduce multiple of my friends who have made it to different levels of management in this company, but why this business is so smart. So before Arbonne, I was a physician assistant in internal medicine. Yes, I went to school for a long time, racked up a lot of student debt, and spent a lot of time, energy, and money into that career. For 10 years into that career, I decided to retire from medicine and work my Arbonne business full time. So that's the beauty of this business is you're able to do this alongside your career. Whether you have a busy career or whether you're a stay-at-home mom, this is the perfect business for really anyone, to be honest with you. I wish I had something like this when I was in college so I could share something that I was passionate about and make a little extra money. I wish I had something like this, gosh, really when I was in college, because I probably would have taken a different career trajectory, to be honest with you. But whether you have a sales background, a marketing background, a medical background, a teaching background, or you just have a high school diploma, it doesn't even matter. None of that's required. You just have to be 18 and up to start an Arbonne business. So the great part about Arbonne is we just share and sell these products that we love to clients, preferred clients. But why this business becomes really, really amazing is when you get to grow a team. And some of the people that you're going to talk to this evening are decided to start a team, become an independent consultant, and really take this business where if they share it with someone and they're teaching someone how to do it, then they're able to leverage their time, which is truly amazing. It's really hard to grasp and explain what leverage is unless maybe you're an actor or a songwriter. If you're a songwriter, you wrote that song one time and every time it plays, you get a piece of it, right? Well, in Arbonne, every time we share a product, someone buys the product, they usually run out of it, they love it, they rebuy it. So someone that I introduced these products to 13 and a half years ago is still buying today and you continue to get paid. So this is how you're able to earn some residual income as well as leverage your time and teach people to do what you do. So like I said, you get to set your own schedule, choose who you work with. And the best part about these products is you get to really improve your overall well-being. So very quickly about me, like I said, I'm an executive national vice president. I've had Arbonne in my life now for 13 and a half years. I wanted to just share like each of us to share kind of how Arbonne changed our life. So number one, it helped me be a present mom, but a present providing parent. So I'm able to be home, but I get to make a significant income, which is wonderful for our family. I get to drive a beautiful Mercedes Benz for the last 11 years that Arbonne has paid for generously. It's such a beautiful car and such a head turner. Honestly, I'm very very grateful for that car, and it's a safe car. Also, my health. I've always been fit, I would say, but I would say I'm about to be 42 on Saturday, and I have never felt healthier, better. These incredible nutrition products have really transformed. I used to suffer from ulcerative colitis. And of course, Arbonne's products don't treat or cure disease, but it dramatically changed, and I'm no longer on medicine for that disease, which is so special. So, enough about me. I wanted to turn it over to one of my friends who is a district manager and independent consultant. Her name is Bella. Bella, go ahead and take it away.
Hi, my name is Bella. I'm a district manager with Arbonne. I have been in the business for about 5 years now, I think, but I was introduced to the business well before that. My mom started her Arbonne business when I was 10 years old, so I grew up with the products. Um, I've never really used any other products besides Arbonne, and on my 18th birthday, that was my birthday present, was my Arbonne independent consultant fee. But the last 5 years, Arbonne has given me the opportunity to walk away from my 9 to 5 and follow my dreams of being a cosmetologist and opening my own salon, which I am currently in school now. Um, but if I didn't have an income from Arbonne, I wouldn't have been able to walk away from my 9 to 5. And I'm newly married, so that's been fun. But for us, we did not want to be a one income household, and being struggling students was not our want. So, Arbonne has given me the opportunity to be able to provide for myself and my husband while still being able to go to school full time. I think next is an area manager, Sam Mall.
Hi guys. So yes, my name is Sam. I live in Minnesota. I'm a mom of three, and I'm a former elementary school teacher. I'm also blessed with a husband who works his ass off to be able to live the life that we do. We're actually on an 11-day vacation right now up at our family cabin. He went home yesterday and is working for a few days and coming back up, but he called me today this evening after dinner and he was like, "What did you guys do today?" And I filled him in on our fun-filled day where I said, "Yes, we did all of the things, you guys. We like my kids are living their best life up here." And I was able to say yes to everything. And he was like, "Oh, that sounds awesome. I was at work all day and it was so fun being sarcastic." And I said, "Well, actually, I worked today too." And he goes, "Yeah, but you love what you do." And I said, "Yeah, I do." And I never went so there's something to be said about that because um did I think when I started my Iran business that I would like love what I do? Did I think that my passion was going to be about sales or selling products? No, I was not passionate about that. It was passionate about helping others and or got a passion for this business because I've been helping others change their life through the products and this business opportunity so that they can love their life and their job just as much as I do. So doing what I do now is amazing. I am at the second level of management, like she said, area manager. My business is willable at this level, which is really cool. I don't know any other business opportunity out there where if something, God forbid, happened to me, my family would inherit my business. And like Jess was talking about, the stuff that I started selling 9 years ago and the clients that I've had all these years are are repeat customers and love what they love, and that just keeps going to my family. So that's pretty incredible for something that I've been growing. What else do I want to share? So this business is willable at this level. It provides extra fun money for my family and I. And 3 kids in sports requires a whole income of its own. So this is why I do what I do. Because if you know anything about sports life, I have a 9-year-old, a 7-year-old, and a 3-year-old. And man, it is expensive. So my vision is huge. We just got back from our global training conference, and my vision is huge. I've started building a local team here with me in Minnesota, and helping others succeed is even better than doing it myself. And I want to, and I will build this business big enough so that my husband, Nick, can do what he loves and not just a career that pays for our lifestyle. So that's my why, and I love to share that with other people. And then I'm going to pass it to a regional vice president.
You're passing it to me. Hey guys, my name is Cindy Hauser. I am a regional vice president and independent consultant. I have been with Arbonne for over 13 years, actually 14 now. And I am the mother that Bella spoke about. So I love that I get to do this with my daughter. I love that I get to do this with my friends, and I love that I get to help others. Prior to Arbonne, you guys, I was a hairstylist. So I've actually been in the industry and been an entrepreneur majority of my career. I will say, doing hair and being in that industry, and I actually educated in that industry, helped formulate products. So I was very aware of the industry before. I never quite experienced anything like Arbonne. I never experienced a culture like Arbonne. I never experienced that like flexibility with my schedule like Arbonne. And so for me, when I was introduced to this, I was a hard no in the beginning because I already knew all the things, and it wasn't professional products is what I told my girlfriend. Well, joke's on me, because a few years later, I actually kind of dug in and wanted to learn more. And I was like, wait, that's really what you do? Like, hold on. And that's how clean these products are. And then I took that knowledge, went back to my salon, and made sure all the products I was using in my salon were as clean as they possibly could be. So, I've been around for a long time, you guys, and I was absolutely wowed by the flexibility. And that was the biggest reason I said yes to this business, was that I needed more time, but I really needed more money. My husband and I struggled with fertility for years, and we were looking for the extra funds to support that. And I really couldn't work anymore. I was working 60 hours a week. So as an entrepreneur with all of this flexibility to pick and choose my schedule, I was in that position. So I said yes to Arbonne, and it has given me, I can't even tell you the amount of blessings that this business has brought into my life. The friendships, the relationships, the mentorship, the flexibility, the finances to pay for those fertility treatments. We have twins that are now 9. So we have, yes, a 24-year-old and then 9-year-old twins. It's absolutely crazy most days. But like Jessica said too, like the gift of health, like I cannot begin to express that. If you ever want to know more about my journey, get with whoever shares it with you and ask them, because I have an incredible health journey in Arbonne, from helping me in my fertility struggles all the way to my most recent, in the last few years, I lost over 60 pounds. And I cannot stress to you how incredible this industry is and this company is. But if you're not familiar with like the health and wellness industry alone is a $5.6 trillion industry. Like that's insane, you guys. Just tap into that alone is absolutely incredible. Plus you get all the other incredible benefits alongside of it. So I'm going to pass it to Danielle.
Hello. Hi, everyone. Thanks so much for joining us. As Cindy said, my name is Danielle Braden. I am an executive regional vice president with Arbonne. I have been with Arbonne now for almost 12 years. And I will tell you guys that that is the best yes that I ever said after I said no for 6 months to my sister, Jessica, who you guys first heard from. I thought she was absolutely crazy. I was like, you're selling lipstick. You just went to medical school. Like, what's wrong with you? Basically, I was so unkind and not friendly. So if you've been sent a Discover Arbonne video or a friend has been trying to get you to hear the full Arbonne story, thank you for listening just one more time, because it took me a couple of times to actually make it click in my brain. And I'll have to ask you guys something. I had no idea what I was saying no to. So I encourage you to actually understand what network marketing is, because I had no idea what I was saying no to. And don't say no to what you don't know about, is what I really learned. Because network marketing is one of the smartest professions out there. As you heard earlier, my favorite part about network marketing is the ability to leverage your time. So prior to Arbonne, and actually while I was working my Arbonne business till I reached the third out of the fourth levels, I was a waitress. So I was working 5 nights a week, Monday or Tuesdays through Saturdays. I had no weekends, nights, holidays, you name it. And if I wasn't there waiting on tables, right, collecting those tips, I wasn't making any money. However, I have taught and trained a bunch of people to do what I do with Arbonne, and that's share and sell these incredible products and help other people do the exact same thing. And because I was the first person that introduced them, they're a part of my team. You get this crazy thing called leverage, where you can earn a piece of income off of helping other people become successful. That's actually my probably most favorite part about Arbonne, is the more people that you help become successful and get what they want in this business, you in turn will also get to where you want to be in this business. So this is totally a business where you're not in business by yourself at all. We are a collaborative team effort. So that's something that I love. So you don't have to know anything about ingredients. You don't have to know anything about skincare. You don't have to know anything about sales. You don't really have to know anything about anything, to be completely honest with you. But if you're somebody that, I always say, kind of requires two things, probably three things, to be good at this business. The first is you have to be kind. The second thing is you want to have a really great work ethic. And the third thing is the best copycat wins. So if you could follow the person that teaches you our system for success, you will be golden in this business. And then, of course, using these products, you're going to notice the results. And that's what did it for me. I was a shopper first, and then I had somebody ask me what I was doing differently with my skin. And I was like, oh my gosh, I have to tell them this products that I got for my sister, the one thing I didn't want to talk about, right? So then they asked me, well, why aren't you doing this with her? And I was like, well, that was a really good question. I was being a really stubborn 24-year-old at the time. I am now 37. Thankfully, I saw the light at the end of the tunnel and said yes, because my life's completely different since the age of 26. So for over 10 years, I say I'm unemployable, because honestly, Arbonne, nobody could pay me, treat me, give me the time, give me the resources, anything that Arbonne has. Of course, there are no guarantees, so visit earnings.arbonne.com. But I just absolutely get to love my life every single day of the week and help other people do the exact same thing, just by redirecting spending that they're already doing into their own Arbonne store and helping other people do the same thing. I was able to move. I'm originally from New Jersey to Texas because of my Arbonne business. I just bought a new home, and I am a new mom. I guess you could say that I'm pregnant. So it's really awesome. All of the exciting things that happen in your life. And what you get to do really is about planning your work around your life versus your life around your work. And so you don't have to miss the moments. And I will tell you, I'm just going to add one more thing. One of the biggest things with Arbonne that I love is the community of men and women who want to give back. That's something that really attracted me when I first joined Arbonne, is I heard all these stories of people of how they were giving and serving, and not just with their money, but with their time. And I was like, that would be so cool for me to one day be that person that can provide that extra for somebody else, because you never know who is depending upon it. Honestly, somebody you probably don't even know yet. And through the Arbonne community and with so many of my friends, we've started an incredible scholarship fund in honor of my late twin brother, TJ, my very dear friend who I met through Arbonne. Her name is Valerie Edwards. She started a nonprofit, and we partnered with her. And over the last 9 years now, we've raised over $150,000 for children's education in Guatemala. We built a classroom at an English immersion school. We've built a home for a family there that had dirt floors and no running water. And you guys, just incredible things. So maybe, like I said, you're not passionate about skincare. I wasn't passionate about skincare and wrinkles at 24 because I didn't have any then. But something that I was passionate about was, learning how I could use my time and money that was my extra to help provide for other people who can't provide for themselves, and just, be that beacon of hope. We always call ourselves hope dealers in Arbonne, because really, if you have a dream and or a desire in your heart, I promise you that if you stick this out and you see your business through, this does require time. It's not a overnight thing where you're going to be at the top level of the company. So if you're willing to give this business time and put in some hard work and effort, you will truly see what can happen just by saying yes to this business opportunity. And I'm so glad that I did. And I hope that you will join us too. So I'm going to pass it over to Sam.
All right, gosh. I mean, everything that everyone has been saying, it's so relevant, I think, to pretty much everyone's stories, and your future stories. But my name's Sam Sabato. I'm a national vice president, and I started my business about well, end of 2010. So God, we're looking at 15 years almost. And I'll tell you, before Arbonne, I was definitely someone who was just like stuck in my little 9 to 5 because I was trying to use my degrees. My backgrounds are biochem and finance. And I was just like, okay, I need to figure out something because I wanted to do makeup again. I've been a makeup artist for over 20 years. And it's always so weird saying that number because it used to be like, oh, 15 years. Now it's 20. But I wanted to get back to doing that, but we all know that money's not the most important thing, but it's right up there with breathing. Our forever president, Rita Davenport, would always say. And it's so true because to be able to do anything like you're truly passionate about, you got to be able to fund the rest of it so you can get to do that, right? And so for me, I just saw someone who was so positive on social media, and I was like, okay, she's happy, I'm not. What can I do? And then right away, my fiance was like, husband now, he was like, you got to contact her because he obviously had to be with this person who wasn't happy with what she was doing. And I reached out, and that was the thing. Like when Danielle talks about community, when she talked about that and the giving back, there's also such a huge part of the community that is just, it's so reflective of like when you meet someone in Arbonne, the positivity, the joy they have in life, the different things that we find so much passion in things. And it's so wonderful because we have this community of people who just rally around you, lift you up. And that was something that like I became such a different person from when I started all the way to when, the person I am now. And so that was huge. And I was able to start doing makeup again. But then I realized that I didn't want to do makeup all the time, every single, set 14 hours, this and that. So what I did is, like Danielle said, I put some effort into it. I continue to be consistent with my business. I grew it. And that is something that I was able to then start doing makeup because I wanted to, not because I had to, being able to give back to people, different charities that have, just to make people feel really good about themselves, and not worry about the paycheck that comes with it because Arbonne basically has been able to fund that. And also, I think the biggest thing too is we just don't know where we're going to be in life. When I started this business, I had no clue what the future had for me. The only person who did was God. And honestly, had I known, I'd been like, okay, I better prepare. But, we can't always prepare for those things. And one of the things that everyone has experienced in life, and if you haven't, someone who has, preparing for impact. And that's huge. Like I lost my mom the month we went national vice president, and promoted. And I lost her very unexpectedly, and the community rallied around and was so supportive. But also, you guys, it allowed me to, and I love this because one of our upline, Chris Weiler, national vice presidents, he said, allows time to breathe, to take a breath. And I think that's so important because we don't know what's going to happen in life. Like you have no clue what's going to happen in 5 minutes, 5 years, 5 months, whatever that looks like. And being able to know that you have something that will allow you to, focus on whatever it is at that moment because you've built it, and allow other people, like that's so huge because how many people that we can introduce who might need this, might need that impact, something to help them through that. And then also, I mean, I didn't want kids when I started. I was like, I was engaged for 9 years because I was like, why, we're not having kids. I don't need to get married yet. And guess what? As soon as we decided to get married, I decided to have a kid. And now I'm in California homeschooling my child, able to do that alongside because I have this business. And it's a lot of work homeschooling. I just have one. So I think that that's such a great thing to know that you have no clue what you might want to be passionate about in life, but this business does allow you to do that, and allow you to support that. And then also, I will say the ways that you can sign up with this. When I started, I looked at it just from the financial perspective. I was like, look, okay, that makes sense. I'm going to do it. I hope the products work. Well, they're amazing. And so the first way, obviously people can buy as a client, but you don't want to do that because you're just going to pay retail and no one pays retail. We always would say friends don't let friends pay retail. So you can become a preferred client. Preferred clients are amazing because you get an amazing discount. You get 20% off, and there's also other bonuses and perks and different things like that. And you sometimes can be able to get that fee waived. And then also there's times when it's $29. So regardless, the thing is you can sign up as a preferred client and you can get great products at an amazing discount. And then the best way that we all know, because on here, the people you've heard from, is becoming a consultant. I mean, that's huge because not only can you get an amazing discount for the products that you're going to be using, because we use these products anyways, like soap, shampoo, you name it. It's not something off the wall where you're like, okay, I better start putting this into my life. No, these are products we're already using, and these are products that are already going to give you even better results than what you have. And being a consultant, not only can you use these products, but you can start to share it. You can share it with people. You can create an income on it. You can help other people do the same. Create legacies not only for yourself, but help other people do that as well. And consultant, honestly, I'm partial, and everyone else here who you've heard from is partial. That's the best way. So those are different ways that you can sign up to join and do what we're doing. And like Danielle said, like I really hope whoever you are who are listening, reach out if you have questions. But seriously, this is one of the best decisions, actually the best decision I ever made besides marrying my husband and having my child. I will tell you, it's life-changing. So without further ado, I'll kick it back.
All right. Thanks, Sam. Thank you so much. I feel like you really wrapped that up and that was amazing. So please, again, get with the person that shared this video with you. Thank you for taking time to listen and with an open mind and an open heart. And we hopefully will see you soon. Thanks.